from an appendix operation, which at that time they didn't have.
And I have a picture of her when she was a baby.
6 months old. There she looks like a little boy because I don't know why they had that hair cut so sharp, because she had beautiful natural curly hair. That she died just before she was 14, and then I was the youngest. And so we're not a very large family. And I have Lawrence here, or Larry as we all call him, Brett, and my daughter Ione, and I have some of her children. My family, stand up, will you please? The others are working.
And Sharon, you may stand
well,
also.
I'm caught in here. Christy, my daughter-in-law.
Tell us something you remember about her.
My mother and my grandmother.
Well, why don't you tell us about your grandmother?
I remember my grandmother were up here, so that kind of ages me.
Is there any?
Know what's
Bill, you probably remember her too, don't you?
Never again give him the history.
And I think Bill and I are the only two present.
Yeah, I know her well. I can just see her in the face, but I can't.
I was quite young when she died, that family, because my mother had heart trouble at that time when she was about 42. So Grandma Aitken would come out and get us kind of straightened up and on top. So my sister and I was almost 9 at that time. So we kind of carry on for a short period of time. And Grandma Aitken, the picture over there, she was a small, petite lady and a very sweet person. And she always had lump sugar. I don't know whether any of you remember it. The only people in the
97. And she, as a matter of fact, she outlived the doctor that told her that and his son both. She was small. She weighed less than 100 pounds. I don't know where I got my size from, but it wasn't from her. One thing I remember about her, when I look over here, Susie, our daughter, one thing I remember was when she was 94, 95, getting down on the floor and playing with the kids, our little kids who were 4 and 5 years old with the toys. She was 90 plus. She'd be down on the floor playing with them. She was sewing the day she died. She was in doing some needlework and sewing something the day she died. So she lived a full and active life. I think as we've already covered, she had the 2 children, Mary Laverne, who died as a young girl, and my mother, and then there's the 2 boys and my sister Ione. Okay, that's the
It's blocked off. It's unusable. You can't. It's blocked off.
Okay. Don't drive across the bridge. But I understand he built that bridge. Anybody else?
A bit of information that we discovered here just in the last 2 or 3 years. We searched out some records of Brigham City history and found that at the time that Charles was in Brigham, living in Brigham, there were 2 wards, and he owned a home in each ward, and Sophie was in the one home and his first wife in the other home. And we had them separated on either end of town in the 2 homes. And it did talk about, in that history, about his being involved in carpentry.
Okay, let's go down here. Let's go to Aunt Mary first, and Mary Edwards, and following children, Vera, Myrtle. We have representatives of Myrtle's family here. Let's just, we have Bill, the dean. What?
Up here.
Very good. Yeah, anything you'd like to say?
No.
Bill is here. Wave at us over there, Bill, so the young people can see you. Okay.
Your son-in-law that does all of it. Yeah. Long time ago. Yeah. He died at 50.
Lived in Willard, I believe, all of his life, except sometime he spent in the service. He was in the Army with me. And then Leonard had has two sons, Ralph and Lynn. And Lynn, we're happy to have you here.
Hold your hands up and stand up.
Yeah, let's have Lynn's family stand.
I got two more over there on the horses.
You want to say anything about your history, your family?
No,
We have the best representation. We're 100% here except for Ralph.
my brother Ralph is in, he normally stays in Sacramento.
And he lives in Harrisville and works at the Defense Depot Army.
Nathan.
Glad to help me all the way through college.
It was the other way about. Lynn pulled me through. Pearl Nayt, stand up. Let's have all Pearl's family.
I got two children, Gary and Bonnie, and this is her
Anything? We don't want to cut anybody off here.
Well, I just thought I'd like to say a little bit about Mother. I thought Mother was really a wonderful mother, and she was really a hard-working person, and she devoted her life a lot to helping people. I know she was so good to us kids. She had 7 children, and she took in children. She took her sister-in-law's children to go to school because they lived in Idaho and didn't live by a school. She had her mother-in-law for a good many years, for 6 months with a stroke. And she took help to the grandchildren, and she took a brother's child for 2 years, so she really devoted her life to helping children. And I thought she had a lot of sorrow, a lot of happiness in her life, and I thought one of the things was the Willard flood. To work all your life and build a beautiful home, and she had such beautiful gardens, and then to get up one morning and everything was gone. And she was in the home that night with all the children, so I thought, to me, that stood out in my life more to think what a strong person she was. I feel like she sure been a wonderful mother to us. He lives in Arizona, and she wasn't able to come today.
Okay.
They're retired.
Okay, well that, I think you can all see, I hope you, from this you can all see the common link we have through Nikolai, Sophie Larson, Reese Engstrom, and I think we have a heritage that we can be proud of. And I think it's kind of neat that we do get together and get better acquainted. And you know, the first generation, I don't know if you've thought about this, the first generation, they know each other extremely well. The second generation quite well. But when we get to the third and fourth generation, we need to work just a little bit harder to get acquainted. One thing somebody has asked me, and this, well, before anything anybody wants to say about
Or not, we were concerned about age. We wanted someone a little older, a little more mature. And we asked Marcia to come up to be the Papa Bear. We have full wardrobe on this. You know, I turned 40 this year, and at work, Marcia came down to the store where I work and got on the intercom and said, "Would the 40-year-old Gary Nayt come up?" Okay, now we need the Mama Bear, and we had to deliberate quite a long time for this, but we've asked the military to Mama Bear.
You see your mother?
Baby type face that would fit into these circumstances. So we've selected Fred.
Hey, I didn't bring my glasses. This isn't the reading part, is it? I'm worried.
Now, most important in this program is Goldilocks. And we've asked Mrs. Pearl Nayt if she would be We need just a little rehearsal. When I go through the story and I say your name, there's a special thing that you have to do. First of all, Papa Bear, and I believe it's on the back there. Every time I say Papa Bear says,
What's the matter with you, boy?
okay? And every time we say Mama Bear, you look wonderful. So be Papa Bear.
What's that, boy?
So is mine, said the little brat baby bear.
What you talking about?
Let's take a walk in the forest.
I am the forest.
And pick some wildflowers.
So I don't smell.
And look at the waterfall.
Hang on, I'm coming here.
That was good.